Hey, it's Dave at Jiu Jitsu in Belfast. As I'm out for a walk with the kids at the minute, so I'm just hiding out while they're climbing trees. I'm getting older now, so I need a break, so I'm gonna leave it to them. So I was thinking about 4 things I would do differently if I'd start martial arts again. It's a conversation I had with a student lately who's been training now a couple of months. And what are they doing wrong? What would I do differently if I was to start again? So I've come up with 4 things I would do differently. Okay, the first one, don't compare yourself to others. When I started in no-gi grappling, when I very first started, I would compare myself to these people around me. Now, I had my first child when I was age 21, and I had a job that demanded a lot of hours, and I would work away. And I was comparing myself to these people. I was comparing my own success in life and my own progress to people who maybe didn't have children yet, or a job that was a bit more flexible. It doesn't mean they had it easier than me, it doesn't, but I was comparing myself to these people who could, at that point in their life, dedicate more time to training. And I was thinking, I'm not getting it, that just created this anxiety for me, and it almost made me want to stop training jiu-jitsu and stop training because I was comparing to someone else. Imagine if that had happened, I would have missed a lot of happiness and pride and good things in my life because I was comparing to someone else, okay? You set your own benchmark. You know when you fall short of it, but you set your own benchmark. So next one, number 2. Understand that you've never had a bad training session. The times, especially when I was a white belt or maybe early blue belt, you would come away from a training session, you think, I didn't get it, I'm panicking, everyone else seemed to understand it, I didn't get it. They are now usually the positions, there's my daughter in the background, they're normally the positions that I understand the deepest and I have the best understanding of, because I didn't understand it to start with. I couldn't do it to start with. I was coming off, maybe I'm not the most flexible person in the world, I'm probably not the fastest person, so I had to go away and reevaluate some things. That gave me a really deep understanding of those positions. Now I have my own jiu-jitsu school. I laugh some of those times I teach some of these things and I see people getting frustrated because they don't get it on the first go. You're not going to, but it's not a bad training session. You'll go away and your mind is active afterwards, and you'll come back to that lesson again, and you just develop a really deep understanding of these positions. So I'm very grateful now for the bad training sessions. Thank God I had them, because I still do. I still have a session where I think, do you know what, I'm trying something new and it's not working. I'll have the best understanding of that position by the time I figure it out. So there's no bad sessions, there's just ones where you need to develop your understanding. Number 3, this is a good one. I would slow down. I used to try to, especially when you're sparring as a younger guy, and you try and be the fastest and rush all the positions, and maybe it works because you rushed it, but then you get someone higher level and it doesn't work because you didn't really understand it. So martial arts it's not about being the fastest or the strongest person on the mat. It's about developing yourself, finding the things that work for you, and making them your own. I was shown moves by my coach, and I've adapted them very slightly for me because my body shape's different. I prefer different positions, but I would slow down, absolutely slow down in the sessions. Never rush, because it might work for you once or twice and it gives you a false sense of security. It's not real. And this is number 4. I would listen more. My coach used to tell me things years ago, and I never thought I knew better, but I didn't particularly like what was being said, so I would just ignore it, and I'd go, I'll do it my own way, over and over and over and over. Maybe a few months down the line, maybe years down the line, you revisit a technique, a position, or an approach to training, and you find you're doing it the way they were telling you to do it to start with. So listen, especially when you're younger, it's hard to listen. So guys, the 4 things: don't compare yourself to others. You've got your own life, your own benchmark. You set that benchmark, and your progress, you know when you're falling short of your own standards, not somebody else's. Understand you never had a bad training session. You didn't. You're just having sessions where you have a deeper understanding. Don't get anxious about not being able to do something other people can do. You just need to understand it a little bit more, and you will. That's the fun of jiu-jitsu. You'll go away and you'll think, slow down. You don't have to be the fastest, strongest person in there. Slow down. You'll enjoy your training more. And martial arts is about developing them weaker areas, and when you're slower, you'll understand it. And listen, you got a coach for a reason, right? You're paying somebody and you're turning up and you go to for a reason. Listen to them. God, I wish I'd listened. I hope my coach, Steve Cowan, if he watches this, or Zay, I wish I'd listened more in the earlier days, but I didn't. I was a young guy, so Now I understand that lesson. Hopefully someone out there will listen to me about listening. So guys, that's the 4 things I would do differently if I was to start martial arts again. Okay, hope this helps some of you. We chat about sometimes, and I hope this helps some people who may be thinking about it. Catch you later.